Fiedler, who not only plays Gershwin, but is playing popular songs in arrangements that are played by a symphony orchestra. Nobody had ever done that.
Part of Fiedler's genius was that he wanted people, all people, not just a rarefied symphony audience, to listen to good classical music.
Fiedler rallied Boston to build an open-air pavilion, the Hat Shell on Boston's Esplanade. His vision? Put on free concerts to bring great music to the widest possible audience. Fiedler said, "You can get great literature free at your public library. Art comes free at museums. Why can't you get great music free of charge?"
I can recall when I was 9 to 10, my mother bringing me to the Esplanade to listen to Arthur Fiedler.
So he was a Boston man, a trained musician, a violinist. He took charge of the orchestra almost simultaneously with the development of commercial recordings.
Fiedler made a record of a tango that was a hit record, the likes of which nobody had ever seen happen with an orchestra. And it was a huge hit. It sold millions of records. It was unbelievable. This is still Depression era when this thing caught on like wildfire. That was really the thing that put the Boston Pops on the map as recording artists.
My dad had a lot of Arthur Fiedler and the Boston Pops albums. What I remember them most for, I think, was the zany covers and the crazy things that Fiedler would let himself be photographed doing on these covers, which was so different than any of the very, very buttoned-down covers that orchestral albums tended to have at that point.
And lo and behold, he was still the maestro when television became available.
Arthur Fiedler and the Boston Pops Orchestra. Tonight, an evening at Pops.
I think the Pops was one of the first serious orchestras that went on television on a regular basis.
Now we had this wonderful looking man who was a fantastic maestro, suddenly a star on television. He was the Lucille Ball of music. He just was in everyone's living room.
Mr. Fiedler, do you know what I was singing for 2 years, 3 months?
I have the slightest idea. I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Isn't it exciting? I think it's the first time you've spoken on television.
Yes.
By the 70s, the entire country felt like they owned a piece of Arthur Fiedler and the Boston Pops.
One of the most memorable television shows that the Pops did was with Ella Fitzgerald. To hear Ella with that orchestra, the interplay between the two was something dazzling.
When you talk about the jazz greats, I think we have had so many. Benny Goodman, who was one of the greatest inventors in American jazz, was at the Pops before I came there.
Why do stars fall from the sky? decided to create a dream come true. So this blues never golden starlight in your eyes of blue. That is why all the girls in town follow you around. Just like they love to be. That's true. The first time
It was something that I shall never forget. I shall never forget working with Arthur Phelan. My career was just getting in gear, you know. On a beautiful, simple song like First Time Ever I Saw Your Face, it's pretty amazing.
and the first time ever I lay with you, I felt your heart so close to mine. And I knew our joy would fill the earth, and it would last until the end of time, my love.
I remember great names like Ella Fitzgerald and Chet Atkins, and it was just incredible. These people were fantastic